Hello and welcome to Community Conversations. My name is Beach Pace, the Hillsboro Mayor, and we are here today with Paul Recanzone, the General Manager of HiLight, which is the City of Hillsboro's high-speed internet service. Welcome, Paul.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
Oh, I'm excited to be here with you, Mayor.
Great. And we are in a very special location. We're at Insomnia in Reed's Crossing in the South Hillsboro neighborhood, which is also part of the HiLight service area. Is that right?
Absolutely. We can serve about 10,000 addresses in the city right now.
Okay.
And this in the South Hillsboro area is a big chunk of those addresses.
Wonderful. And we're here talking today because it's kind of a big deal. We're at the 5-year anniversary of HiLight, which is, I don't know, it's a big deal for me. Is it a big deal for you?
It is a huge deal for me, Mayor, but I came on board just about a year ago in 2024, and I wasn't here at the beginning. And I know that you were. I'm hoping you could help me understand some of the things that you saw as some of the great reasons why we were going to get into this project.
Yeah, there were a bunch of reasons, but the biggest one was equity. We saw that there were people in Hillsboro that could not afford high-speed internet. And we noticed that that affects every part of a person's life, right? The ability to study for a test or research or look for a job, or just surf and learn something, learn about the city, for example, and people didn't have access to it for many reasons, whether it was price or companies at the time couldn't reach those homes. It just depended on the situation. But I was really proud to vote for HiLight, and it was not a normal thing, right? Municipal broadband is not a common thing. It's in many municipalities, but I would say not the majority. And so I was proud to vote for that because I felt like it is increasing access that our community members can now exercise to do whatever they need to make their lives better.
Certainly not a common thing. In fact, in the state of Oregon, there are 5 cities that do municipal broadband.
Only 5?
Only 5.
And we're one of them.
And Hillsboro is one of them, one of the leading ones in that type of work.
Well, it means we're the cool kids.
Does
right?
it?
Yeah. It means we're part of the cool kids.
I'm so excited to be here as part of this project because we're part of the cool kids. And that equity message really resonates very strongly with me. I've been building broadband networks for municipalities for about 20 years now. And to be able to be part of the City of Hillsboro's project, where we are focused on that equity message, where we're focused on the local service, it's an incredibly great honor for me in my life and in my career.
Oh, well, I'm glad you're on our team now. And the other thing I remember we were talking about, just to go back up a little bit, is I remember that we were also focused on connecting the school district, right? Making sure the schools were connected, and that our public works were directed, or connected, I should say, so we could tell if a street lamp is out. Is that right?
That's part of the work we're doing.
Part of the work, okay.
So the first part, connecting the schools, all of the school districts in Hillsboro, all of the schools in Hillsboro School District now have fiber connection to them because of the work that the city and HiLight has done in conjunction with Hillsboro School District. And so that's a huge benefit to the schools. Not only do they have that super fast connection, but they're getting it at a price point that is unbeatable compared to other school districts around the nation.
Which is wonderful for them.
It is extraordinary. Additionally, we have fiber connection going to city facilities around so we have lower cost of connectivity for the city facilities. And we are expanding our services out to be able to capture when traffic lights go out and to provide and to monitor the water systems and to do other functions that are critical to offering the services that the city of Hillsboro offers.
That's great. It makes it easier too, right? With the connectivity.
It makes it hugely easier, yes ma'am.
So we talked about Hillsboro being essential for everyone, and the idea was that we wanted to get HiLight, which is our internet broadband, out to everybody. How are we doing on the progress? 5 years in, how's it going?
So 5 years in, we're like I said, we've passed 10,000 addresses. So that's about 20% of the city now that can get service from HiLight if they choose to. Okay. We just recently passed our 2,000th subscriber. So we're doing great hooking people up. One of the things that I'm incredibly interested in here with the HiLight project is we offer the Bridge program. And so for income qualified households, we offer a gigabit internet service plus Wi-Fi management for $10 a month.
Really?
Absolutely, which is as we talk about equity, that's a price point that simply can't be beat.
Nowhere.
No,
Nobody beats that.
nobody beats
Yeah.
that.
That was, I mean, I said really as though I didn't know. That was part of the plan.
Yes.
We wanted to make it accessible, and that $10 price point was very interesting to the city council because we knew that people could use it, right? And that would be
Absolutely.
important.
Absolutely. It does make it where people can use it. And we have set as part of our strategic goals, you know, when a broadband company sets its strategic goals, it almost always has to do with how much money they're going to make. At HiLight, we don't have to do that. We do have to maintain the viability of our enterprise fund, but we don't have to make money. And so when we talk about Bridge, we want to ensure that about 20% of our subscribers are Bridge subscribers. We want to drive awareness of that equity program that we have to make sure that we are able to serve as many income qualified households as possible.
And I know that HiLight started in neighborhoods that were socioeconomically disadvantaged, so to speak, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
When the initial project plan was laid out, again, backwards from what a typical broadband service provider would do. A typical broadband service provider would look at the community and say, where are we going to get the most subscribers paying the most money the fastest?
And they'd go there first.
And they go there first.
We did the exact opposite.
We did exact opposite. We asked the question, where do we have the lowest percentage of wireline broadband connections in the city? And where do we have the highest levels of poverty? And we pursued those areas first. And I don't want to take credit for eliminating poverty in any we have not done so. But I do like to point out that in those neighborhoods where HiLight is available, poverty has gone down 9.6%. And where HiLight is not connected, poverty has gone down 3.1%.
Okay, so they both decreased.
They both have decreased.
But where HiLight was, it was more.
It was more. Wow. Now there are a lot of other efforts going on in those same areas.
A lot of other factors.
A lot of other factors, and it wasn't us that made that poverty. I don't want anyone in the community to think that I'm claiming credit for lowering poverty like that. But HiLight does contribute to that lowering of poverty.
It's a factor.
It's a factor. That's one of the reasons why we provide broadband. Additionally, wireline connections in those areas where we started building have increased 11.7% since we started. And outside of the areas where HiLight provides service, wireline connectivity has increased 6.5%.
Wow.
And that is very much attributable to HiLight being in those neighborhoods. We're in those neighborhoods, we're marketing to those households, we're showing them the value of having a broadband connection.
Thanks for sharing those stats. That's legit.
I think that's legit. I hope we're showing, I hope that some of the stats that we have show that we are meeting the original objectives that you were proud to vote for originally. If I could share a couple more examples.
Please, yeah.
We provide a screaming price for businesses like Insomnia. We want to support small businesses as much as we possibly can and help contribute to economic development. So our price point for small businesses is reasonable enough that when compared to competitive prices, we have saved small businesses in the city of Hillsboro nearly $750,000, which I think is a reasonable contribution to economic development.
Yeah, that is an incredible contribution. Wow, what did you say?
About $750,000. That's over the 5 years that we've been providing service. The savings to small businesses that subscribe to HiLight equates to about $750,000.
That's incredible. So we're hitting the fifth anniversary, 5 years. What are your plans to celebrate this 5 year, or what are your plans?
We have some exciting things that we're trying to do in conjunction with our 5-year anniversary. The first thing we have is a product that we're getting ready to introduce called HiLight Home. HiLight Home will add to our subscribers, our residential subscribers, capabilities to control and monitor their internet connection to provide a much safer connection for their families. We believe that this is part of our equity mission, to provide that safety for families, not only to get people hooked up, but to make sure that they get hooked up in a way that will be safe and that they can be confident in using the internet in their home to reach those educational opportunities and those job opportunities and other things of that nature. So we're very excited about the HiLight Home product. We're also looking at adding capabilities to our business Wi-Fi management.
Okay.
Those capabilities will allow businesses to have a splash screen when people come into their business to use the internet, that they can collect their visitors' email addresses and use that as marketing.
Oh, wow.
It also breaks out a separate network for the business so that they can remain compliant with the financial requirements that they have to have for their point of sale systems. And so we're really excited also about our business Wi-Fi management with a product called SmartBiz.
Okay.
We're expanding our service into income qualified housing. It's really difficult for us to build into apartment complexes, but a lot of our income qualified households live in apartment complexes.
Makes sense, yeah.
And so we're pursuing a couple of collaborative efforts with some apartment complexes that have income qualified households to make sure that we can continue to meet that 20% of our customers are bridge subscribers. And finally, we've been offering HiLight service, 1 gigabit internet service for $55 a month for 5 years. And since we've been doing it for 5 years and it's our 5th anniversary, we're working to make a commitment to the community so that for the next 5 years, we'll offer it for $55
Really?
as well.
Moving forward as well.
Moving forward as well, that's our
That's
plan.
incredible. Wow, what a deal.
I would say what a deal. One of the major complaints we get in the marketplace about broadband service is the prices are always changing. They're always
going up.
My promotional rate ended and my price doubled. We have never done that to our subscribers. We have offered gigabit internet for $55 for 5 years. We want to continue to do that.
I love that. So how does our broadband, HiLight, how does that differ from the others that are offered out there, in addition to the price, which is very significant? Is the service the same, or is it slower? Or you said 1 gig.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's the bottom line for us is 1 gig. We don't offer anything lower than 1 gig, whereas many of the other broadband service providers do. They have slower packages. They offer for sometimes lower amounts than what our 1 gig package costs. But we believe that abundance is part of what we are offering, is part of our equity mission. And so we start our packages at the 1 gig and we go up from there.
Wow.
Consumers can get up to 10 gigabits per second from our network, which is just, when you talk about abundance, that is just unbelievable abundance. But what really sets us apart, there are other fiber broadband providers in the marketplace. What really sets us apart is our hyperlocal focus. We are part of the city of Hillsboro, and the city of Hillsboro is trying to do great things for its community. And HiLight is part of that effort. And that's how we approach all of our interactions with the community. We live here, we work here, we are part of this community.
You care.
We care, and we want to serve this community in a way that shows that we care.
That's excellent. Thank you, Paul.
Thank
If
you.
somebody wanted to get more information about HiLight, where could they go?
The very easiest, we have a website. It's hillsboro-oregon.gov/HiLight. That's a mouthful. So we did a tiny URL, gohilight.com.
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 HiLight, H-I.
H-I.
HiLight.
L-I-G-H-T.
Right, as in Hillsboro High, right?
As in
HiLight.
Hillsboro High. That's
Awesome.
exactly right.
Thank you so much, Paul. Thanks for
Thank
coming
you,
in.
Mary.
Appreciate
It was
your
a true
time.
pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, sure thing. And thanks to all of you for joining us today for Community Conversations.